Driver of the vehicle, step out with your hands slowly in the air. Do you need help going down? Oh, he just went down. Hello everyone, my name is Atlas. Welcome to this video. If you're here, you're either watching this because you're learning to become an officer of either the LSPD unit, the transit police, or the state police. Or you're probably watching this because you found it on the channel. Either way, welcome. I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to jump into this, and you're going to learn a little bit about how to be a cop. Alright. Time to get this training underway. Good evening.
How you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
Good. Congratulations on getting hired to the transit police. I'm with the LSPD. I run the detective operations. We have a joint operation here. We share the station for the meantime. Your transit instructor couldn't make it. Call out sick, so we get the same training, so LSPD will take over and kind of train you up.
I appreciate that.
Did they tell you what your badge number will be?
No, they did not.
Yeah, I think your badge number's 2, right?
I believe
Transit.
so.
It'll be transit 2 then, yeah. So it'll be
Hey,
transit 2.
transit too? Okay.
Yeah. What's your citizen ID?
My citizen ID is number 14.
How are you looking?
What do you mean?
How's the job looking?
Oh, yeah, it looks good. Yep.
Okay. All right, so I'll walk you down, show you a little bit of the station. So
Okay.
this is the main lobby, obviously. We're gonna go ahead through the doors.
Okay.
We got an elevator, one goes up, one goes down. Uh, the floor right above us is going to be it's going to be like where the offices are, and also you could find a what you call this, the forensic lab for
Okay.
evidence and things like that. Which elevator goes up and down? Well, just look at the arrows. So we're gonna head down.
There we
All
go.
right.
Pretty simple.
So this floor here, it's gonna be the ground level. So
Okay.
pretty much, down that way, it's gonna be everything that's has to do with criminal booking and interrogations. It's gonna be through those double doors. Right outside the blue door that you looking at right there, that's gonna take you to the garage. Our garage in the ground level, we have 2 doors, one that pop open, one that goes up, one that comes down. And you also got the location to spawn the vehicle from the garage.
Of course.
This dog house is here temporarily. Is for our dog. Well, it's for the canine dog. And he stays in there, but he does. We're gonna find a better place for this house. We just got it not so long ago.
I get
But
that.
anyways, we'll walk these doors. This to the right is the evidence room. If you walk through here, if you stare.
I see an evidence drawer.
If you stand by around the middle, you'll see 2 options. One is for evidence drawer, one is for general evidence stash. Evidence drawer is where you would select. You'll put the date that you deal in the case, and you will put the evidence that you recover from a suspect
Okay.
into those evidence slots. General evidence that you saw at the beginning, which is the second option, is pretty much a stash to just throw things in there if you don't know what to do with it yet. You know what I mean? It's kind of like just like a general evidence
Alrighty,
stash.
I get that.
Anyways, let's walk this way. And every other station has a similar thing. You just gotta figure out where it is.
Of course.
Over here you got the armory, and then right in front of us is gonna be the locker room.
Okay.
Every officer gets a locker. So if you go where this poster is, where this ladies is in the poster right there, that's gonna be your locker. You can
Alrighty.
store things in there and things like that and whatnot. You know what I mean? If you walk down this way, and you stand at the last locker here where the mirror is, you'll have access to the locker room. You can go through the outfits and pick whatever one you want. We are in cold weather. You gotta wear the long sleeves. Remember that. Depending, we do go by the weather around here. So
Okay.
there we go. You could always come back and you could save some of the other outfits in your bag. But at this point, just let's walk over to the armory.
Good, dude.
Looking good.
All right.
Good.
Do I have to come back there to you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, go right in there with him. Yep, walk right over where he says.
If you walk through this door right there, you stand in the middle of like this area right here. You'll have access to the armory.
There we go.
Go ahead and grab all the things you need.
And our nightstick. Okay, I think I got everything.
Perfect. All right, now we'll walk back to the area we came in. Oh, by the way, if there's ever a fire alarm, and the firefighters are looking for the box, it's right here. This is gonna be the box to operate the fire panel.
Okay, good to know.
All right, let's go this way. All right, if you walk this way, there's gonna be cells and interrogation rooms.
Mm-hmm.
To the left right here, this is what interrogation room is. We have a total of 2 interrogation rooms, and then we have 2 other rooms where you'll have the observation of the other side of the room.
Okay.
You walk over here towards the cell door. On the left here, this is gonna be the cell area. It's gonna be a total of 8 cells. So if we ever do a raid a gang or anything like that, we got enough space for all of them here.
That's good.
We walk over here. So this door right here is where we're gonna handle the weapons permits. Just so you know, you'll stand there after doing a background check, and they'll get the license from there.
Okay.
I go in there and I would, get a copy of the license.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, sorry. You would go in there, open the door, let them in, have them get a copy of the license. Then, then when you get to the hallway over here,
Verify they only have one.
Yeah, verify they only have one, because if they get 2, they could pass it on to somebody else and get.
We don't want more than one around the streets. We want our streets clean.
Correct. This room is just an extra room. You can do whatever you want with it.
Good office space.
All right, that last floor is just offices and things like that. We don't really need to go. You can check it out on your own time.
Yeah.
But that last floor is just, like I said, it's just the forensic. It's a couple conference rooms and a few different departments. That's where my office is up there and everybody else's office.
Understandable.
So let's walk this way. All right, so go ahead to the garage up there and spawn a vehicle you would like to drive.
Right at the lovely arrow.
Yep, that's right.
That's a little bit nicer.
Okay, so is that the one you want to drive?
I think we can start with this for now, yeah.
All right, so drive up.
Drive to where?
Just drive up.
Okay.
Drive up. Yeah.
Oh, he's got a fancier one. Then he's got the Tahoe.
All right, you gonna follow me?
Okay.
Back up.
Back up. We gotta back up. Yeah, I would at that point just... He's got his, I got mine. He's back there a ways. We must be heading to Zancudo. Yep, we are. We're heading to Zancudo. Firing range must be out here. I'm going as fast as I can. Don't fucking rush me. That's one way to go through a sign. Pretty good drive.
All right. So the first exercise is gonna be live shooting. Gonna have pull out your firearm. We're gonna start. Let me turn around here. We're gonna start from the left hand side. We're gonna come off on the right hand side. So what I recommend is when we're going around the maze and you're just shooting and practicing with the targets, do not get focused on one target. Shoot and walk, shoot and walk. If you focus on one target, you could run out of ammo before we get to the end of the maze.
Of
So the
course.
only way you will reserve ammo is by shooting and walking, and making yourself around the maze. Alright? So the objective here is to give you the feel, the mechanism of the guns, the feel, and the experience on how to handle them in the field.
Of course.
When you're ready to start, let me know. Make sure you got your guns loaded. Make sure you have your secondary weapon ready. So in case you have to pull out your secondary weapon. When you're ready, we can start the exercise. Just let me know when you're ready.
When you draw and aim your firearm, if you need your flashlight, you flash your echo muscle.
Just
There
like
you
that?
go. So if you need light, which you will tonight, because obviously it's dark
Dark,
conditions.
yes.
Lighting's gonna be shitty in there, but just do everything he says and we'll be back. So don't worry about that.
I'm going to try to save as much ammo since seeing as I didn't think I'd be needing a secondary weapon since my secondary usually would be a taser. But I'll see what I can do.
Just thank me later. All right. Just let me know when you're ready. All right.
Is this thing full?
Should
Full
be.
enough. And make sure the
Think I'm gonna
flashlight's
walk
on
around.
this. There we go.
What you think I'm gonna walk around with it empty?
Well, I mean, you never know. You usually don't keep a loaded gun on
All
you
right.
sometimes.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's roll. All right, we're gonna take it right here. Once we take it right, and then we take it left and walk up the hall, you'll start seeing the targets on the wall. That's when you can start opening fire. You'll start making yourself around the maze, like I was telling you. I'm gonna keep walking. Don't mind me. Just go the same direction as I'm going. You can make the round.
Clear. Clear. You're dead. I shot you. We're clearing. Clearing. Clearing left. Okay, we're clear. 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 Clear.
Pistol jams. What happens? Pistol jam. Pistol jam. What happened?
Shit.
Switch to secondary. Switch to secondary. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. Nice. Nicely done. Nicely done.
Clear. Make sure there's nothing back there. Push the corner. Caution. Clear. Clearing the corner. Pull back. Pull back. Pull back. Reloading. Taking cover. Keeping an eye on the corner. Nothing there. Move slow. Don't move fast. Don't know what's hiding behind another corner. Back up. Back up. Watch. And clear. Scene is clear.
Nicely done. Good job.
All
Good
right.
job.
Good job. You made it to the end of the maze. All right. So You just finished live shooting. The next exercise is gonna be medical training. This training is more if you get hurt on the field and you need to call an ambulance when there is no live medic online. We have an AI ambulance that takes over. What you do is you do T/call medic to call an ambulance for yourself. Now, for example, what I'm going to teach you next is how you would call help for another down player. This is not related to ERS. ERS we'll talk about the end at the end. With this training, it's all going to be talking about for actual role play. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna walk this way real quick. You follow me? All right. I'm gonna stop right here in the middle of in the center of this square.
Okay.
Look, right behind me, there's gonna be a yellow line. That's gonna be considered a road. Where I'm standing right now, pretend this is gonna be the backyard of a home. So the whole point of this exercise is to teach you how to handle a medical situation when there's no medics on and the AI ambulance takes over. As we all know, AI is smart but stupid at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to prepare you to handle the situation so you can get ready. You can get that victim ready for the AI to pick him up. So I'm gonna go ahead and go down.
Do you need help going down? Oh, you just went down.
All right, so I am down. I'm hurt. So you need to get me as close as possible to the road. I'm in the backyard of the home. Remember we spoke about this. So there's two ways to get me out to that road. One would be dragging me. The second will be picking me up over your shoulders and taking me there. Let's go ahead and start with dragging me so you kind of get the feel of how it works. You're going to do T/drag. When you do that, the mouse will be how you put the character in the direction you want. Then you're going to use the same keys you drive a vehicle to kind of navigate over um, to where you want to put the character in the direction you want to drive him to. So go ahead and do T/drag.
There we go.
So remember the mouse is kind of like it's kind of like driving a vehicle. Your mouse is going to be doing that, and then the keys to drive the vehicles and basically drive the character. Awesome. So you'll press X to put me down. You just got me to the road. I am ready to get a medic to come pick me up. So the way you would do that is instead of doing T/call medic, that's gonna work only if you call an ambulance for you. You're gonna do T/call medic space the character's ID. Don't do it. Don't call them. But I'm just telling you how to do it. Usually, what we do in RP is we'll do T/me, and then you're gonna say what's your ID. The member that's down when he sees that message, he should be replying back with your ID.
Don't worry, I got medic on the way. Not literally.
So it's supposed to be like that. Now, there is a way you could do it without having to ask the player. You would use the home button for the scoreboard. So just hold that down, and that'll tell you the number. Or it'll hover over my head. Do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So that's how you could actually get the number. It's a lot easier than typing shit out.
Let's go
All
ahead and
right.
move you back over there.
So first, put me down because you're dragging me.
Well, let's go
I
put
want to
you
show
back over
you.
there.
I want to show you how. Yeah, you are, but this time you're gonna pick me up and take me there instead of dragging because I want to show you how to do that one. So you're gonna do F1 and you're gonna go under citizen. I think it's like interactions, and you're gonna kidnap me.
Don't worry, I got you.
So you can run with this position, and there's an option if you ever need to pick somebody up and take them anywhere, like to the hospital, and the ambulance taking long. You can actually go to the vehicle, and then there's an option to put the person in the vehicle within that same menu where you kidnap me. Yeah, you see that? And then you could hop in your car and then drive the person to the hospital.
Yes.
So that would be the medical training. That would wrap that up.
Pretty self-explanatory.
Absolutely. But if I don't go through it, then you'll be clueless and not know what to do when you're actually RPing.
Exactly. Always
So
important.
yeah, the one thing I hate is people asking me questions how to do things when I'm RPing. So this is why the training is given to the police officers,
Exactly.
and also to show them how to do shit right. But anyways, back to the topic. The next exercise is gonna be police resources. So you're basically gonna go through all the tools and things that you could use as a police officer to help you investigate a crime and to help you get down to the bottom of things where you could actually try to track down a suspect. So, um, quote unquote, like when people are playing as a civilian. This is the side you don't see. This is the side we train our officers. So now you will actually get a look at what we do when people are running a civilian.
Mm-hmm.
So now you get the actual insight. You understand why we do things a certain way, and this is where you're gonna learn all that, and then you're gonna put two and two together and understand why things are done a certain way. All right.
Exactly.
So the next thing we're gonna go into is we're gonna go through all the resources we have. One question that I do gotta ask you: did you happen to pick up a baton?
I do have a baton, and I also have cuffs and zip ties.
Okay, good. I just needed to know if you had a baton.
Yes, I do.
This exercise is gonna require one. All right, let me walk over. I'm gonna get inside this vehicle. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Actually, let's use mine. All right. I was speeding. You saw me. You pulled me over. You walked to my car. You introduced yourself. You said why you pulled me over. I gave you my information and everything you requested. Well, now I have a bag next to me that's open, and you see a gun sticking out of it. Now you have probable cause to go ahead and move in with asking the person to step out of the vehicle. All right?
Alrighty.
Now you're asking me to get out of the vehicle, and you're already at a situation. The scene is escalating, and I'm refusing to get out of the vehicle. Now, how are you gonna get that suspect out of the vehicle if he's refusing? Let's go ahead and pull that baton out.
Nice. Alrighty.
You're gonna go ahead and third eye my window area until you see the command option. You're gonna go ahead and click and proceed with that.
Sir, get out of the vehicle.
Now you got me out of the vehicle. I put my hands up. Now you're gonna hard cuff me, and that's gonna be cuffing me from behind. So go ahead and get behind me and cuff me. Put the baton away first. It's all right. You can put it on. Put it in there.
Go ahead, put your hands behind your back. Right now, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law. You have the right to attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you by the state of San Andreas.
Now, this is what is very important in your training to understand. And it's also going to make sense for some other stuff that maybe need to be filled in. Now, it's very important you understand what is the difference between a frisk and search.
A
Now, I'm
frisk,
going to
I'm
show
patting
you.
you down. Not deep
Correct.
searching.
Correct. Now, I'm going to teach you how to handle that. All right. So, let's say, for example, you are going to go for a frisk. You didn't see the gun, but you have probable cause because I'm acting a little weird and suspicious, and you're starting to, feel like,
Something ain't right.
something ain't right. So you decide that you want to frisk me and not search me.
Okay.
Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do the same thing you would do if you was gonna search me, but instead, I will tell you what to do when you see the menu. So you're gonna go to F1, you're gonna go to work, you're gonna go to police actions, and you're gonna click on search. When you see the inventory come up, tell me that you're there.
I am here.
Okay, I could see that you're there. It told me that you opened that you searcher. All right. Now this is very important because you will lose a case if they bring this up and you don't do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Now you said you're frisking me, right?
Yes.
So and you understand that it's just feeling on me. So
Yes.
now you're gonna say, hey, sir. Let's say you see, I don't know. Let's say you see a gun. Let's say you see a gun in there,
I'm
right?
feeling this gun by your leg. What's with this?
There you go.
You
You're gonna
tucked into
say
your
you
shoe here.
feel
What's
it.
going on with it?
You're gonna feel it. What is this right here? It feels like a gun. What is that right here? Now, this is where it gets interesting, right? Even though you feel it and that it's a gun, now the suspect's gonna tell you, hey man, it's just my, it's just my notebook I have on there,
Okay.
He tells you that.
Okay.
Well, guess what? Even though you kind of got to take it because remember you can't you're not searching him. You know what I'm saying? You kind of got to take his answer for what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's the difference. Now, if you're searching, it's totally opposite. Now you can see the gun. You can say, "Yo, I found a gun on you. I'm gonna pull this out." You drag it over to your inventory. You secure it, and now it's not on the person, and you're good. You're good to go. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
so so that's how you handle a search right there, right? Now you arrested me. You searched me. Now you want to secure me, right? So let's go ahead and do T/grab.
Go ahead and come with me, sir.
And yep, so that will give you the automation, the full automation with the legs moving. It will also activate the feature where you can put the person in the car. So go ahead and put me in the back of the vehicle to secure me.
One step in the back. Thank you. Should
Okay, what you want to do? What you want to do is you want to
There
press
we go.
B. Is that what you did?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, I did that for whatever reason. Anyway,
No,
so that's how you
whatever.
get them in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then, so make sure anytime after you search the person, make sure you secure them before you move over to their vehicles.
Of course.
You always want to secure that person in the back before moving to the vehicle. All right. Now the next thing you want to do, right, is you want to go ahead and search the vehicle. We're gonna move into that step. So go ahead and walk towards the vehicle that you
Okay.
pulled me out of. Stand in the back of the trunk. All right. Now you're gonna press tab. And that's how you search the back of that trunk. Now, let's search the inside of the vehicle. So sit in the passenger or the driver, wherever you want to do, and you're going to do the same thing. So now you did a full search of the vehicle.
Vehicle's clean.
The vehicle's clean. There you go.
Besides the bag in the passenger seat for RP purposes.
Yeah. So that's how you would handle a search of a vehicle. You got to make sure you secure the suspect first.
Of course.
Then move in. Awesome.
I think you're on this
Now,
side.
I do have to explain this to you. Um, Anytime a person is arrested and gets put behind the vehicle, that person who put the suspect in the back is synced to the suspect.
Exactly.
So if you put me in the back of the vehicle,
I'd
you're
have
gonna
to be
be
the only one
synced.
to take you out.
Correct.
Like I just
Alright.
did.
Yep. All right.
Let me go ahead and
Now
get
the
those
next
cuffs
thing.
off you.
Yep. Yep. Go ahead. Get the cuffs off of me.
There you go, sir.
All right. Now, the soft cuff will be in front. So the soft cuff, when you do it in front, um, those are usually used when we're dealing with a court hearing,
Like
or
this.
if we're doing an interrogation. Yep, that's the soft cuff in the front. So that's the only time we would use the front cuff if we're doing interrogation, or we're dealing with a court matter where we have to keep the cuff on the person at a court hearing. You would do the front cuff like that.
Of course.
All right, so go ahead and remove the cuffs.
How exactly do I
I
remove
don't need to
those?
be cuffed anymore. You need the keys.
Those are not cuffs. Those are the zip ties.
What are? Okay, so you need a flush cutter.
Sir, do you have one on you?
I might. Give me a second.
We're gonna go ahead and let's. I hope you have one, or we might need to get some help, because I didn't realize we would need something like that to get zip ties off. And I'm not seeing one in here. Please don't fire me.
Hold on.
There should be a way to remove those. First day on the job, folks. This is what you don't do. Use the cuffs, not the zip ties, unless you're positive.
I should have it on me.
You should.
Yes.
There we go. Go ahead and use those here, and then I'll give those back to you.
I just keep them. I don't need them.
Okay.
So for handcuffs, and let's say somebody loses the keys, you would use a bolt cutter.
Okay, so it's always good to have a pair of pliers and bolt cutters on you, just to be safe.
Yeah, you can have them on you, put them in the car, whatever you want to do. Yeah, I mean that's just for like emergency purposes. But
Of course.
handcuffs, well, you should have keys for the handcuffs. But what if you're dealing with a raid and you're getting like, you know what I'm saying, you're getting zip ties, then you want to make sure you have those tools on you and whatever.
Of course.
But all right. Okay, so we just went through on how to handle a traffic stop, how to refuse people. Refusing suspect, and how to handle search and, you know, putting people in the vehicle and all that. So the next thing we want to move on, so let's walk over here real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and pull on my service weapon. I'm gonna point it out, pop a couple shots. All right, so go ahead and pull out your flashlight. We're gonna be going through evidence to see how to handle that. Pull out your flashlight.
Make sure I get it here. Make sure I have it. There we go.
All right, turn the light on. Okay, so go ahead and aim like you're gonna shoot the gun, and you should start seeing the evidence on the floor.
Yes, sir.
So I fired a total of 3 shots. It's just showing 1, but that's fine.
Well, you were standing in one place, so they probably stacked.
Yeah, you're right. So, ballistics. So the way the evidence system works is you would it's 3 pieces of evidence you can pick up. There's nothing else. One being ballistic, which is bullets, and then the other one being DNA for blood,
Of
and
course.
then the last one would be fingerprint. Now, DNA and ballistics will be on the floor, and then fingerprints will be on the steering wheel of a vehicle. Now, the way you handle this stuff is, if you look, it says it's hot.
Yes.
So the way you want to treat every time you find a piece of evidence that's hot is you want to treat it like the suspect is in the area. So you want to call out and say, "I found some evidence. It seems like it just happened. Let's set up a perimeter and try to find a suspect." So you're gonna know that suspect may be in the area. So just keep that in mind. Now, if the evidence is warm, it's a 50-50 chance the suspect may be in the area or may not. So you still set a perimeter.
Depends if you can
And
find more evidence as well to lead that he might still be in the area. It's always best to
yeah,
have
but you
that.
want to treat it. Yeah, you want to treat it like he's around though. Remember, because if it's hot, it's hot. You know what I mean? He's around. You know what I mean? You
If
don't
it's
want to waste
warm, he
time.
could be. If it's cold, he ain't here.
Right. Um. So that's how I would go about the status. Now you just want to keep something in mind. There's three pieces of evidence you collect in total. So that means that um I would only collect one piece of evidence of each of what you find. So if you see blood, you see ballistics, and you got a car, just pick up one piece of evidence of each,
Okay.
because you could only pick up a total of three. So if even if you see a dozen bullets, just pick up one, because you want to save the other two slots for blood and fingerprint, right?
Of course.
Um, Now DNA and ballistics work by picking them up by pressing E. Now for the fingerprints, a little different. You have to have a UV flashlight in your inventory, and you have to sit in the vehicle. You have to double click on that item to use it, or right click and use. And then it'll do an analyzation on the vehicle and see if it finds a fingerprint or not. It'll tell you if it finds a fingerprint, and if it doesn't, it'll tell you as well.
Okay.
So that's how you deal with evidence and with the evidence system. Now, let's say you do collect the pieces of evidence, how you would handle that and get a report on that. Well, you would take that evidence out to the lab, which is an MRPD for the time being. I'll be setting up some more. Um, and you will bring it to the forensics room. And in there, there's a area where you press E, and it gives you a report for the evidence collected. Now, every single time, it is going to give you a report, no matter who it is or no matter when it is. It's I was going to give you a report with a name and everything you need to know. Now, when can you use the evidence? As a police officer, you could only use the evidence and apply for an arrest warrant only if that person that you found on the report is has priors and is registered in the system as um, being a known convicted felon.
Okay.
That is the only time you can use that evidence you collected against someone. Even though you have the name, you cannot go right after them. They have to be in the system.
Of course.
You would just need to archive it if the person's not in the system, because if they're not in the system, how are you going to go after someone that's not in the system? They've never been arrested.
Yes, exactly.
So, but for the sake of the limitation we have with 5M and that script, we have to we have to do that judgment call in game in RP, based on the evidence. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's how you handle evidence and how you could go about applying for an arrest warrant and all that. All right, so that's evidence. Now, the next thing I'm gonna show you. Let me put my flashlight around our way real quick. Is let's go tactical training, baby. Get up. You gonna get attacked or what? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Huh? Come on. You gonna make it home or what? You making it home? Huh? Come on, baby. What's gonna happen? Your wife is at home. Are you gonna make it? Huh? All right. what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. All right.
Don't ever test me.
Oh, I'm not testing you. I'm not testing you. I'm making sure you can survive out there. I'm not fucking training you for no reason.
Oh, trust me,
Make
I
sure you
know.
can survive up there. That's why. Now tell me that you didn't see that shit coming, boy.
I didn't see it coming at first. That's for damn sure.
That's how it's gonna be in the field. You're never gonna know when it's coming. So be on your fucking toes, buddy.
Expect the
I need
unexpected.
you to go home. I need you to go home. So that's tactical training for you, baby. Let's get it. All right. So the next thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna get you set up with your radio and your automation. Show you how to do that. Go ahead and open up an internet browser and go to the MBRP website.
Okay, hang on a
Let me
second.
know when you're there.
For those wondering, this is the website right here. We're gonna pull this back over here. That way you don't see it. Okay, sir, I got it pulled up.
All right, awesome. So you're gonna go under I think it's like on a sub menu on the documentation, and you're gonna see radio.
Where's it gonna be?
I think it's a sub menu under documentation. You click the little arrow right next to it.
Okay, let me pull that up. We're gonna pull that documentation radio. Here we go. F3, enter, page up, page down, statewide, private radio, fire and EMS, federal and tactical. That way you know this is for you. Okay, I see how to open the radio with my F3 muscle.
Yeah, it should be.
And I'm apparently also grabbing you. How the hell did I do that?
No idea.
Let me release you there. I'm gonna step a couple steps back just to make sure that doesn't happen. Apparently that wasn't any steps. Hang on a second. I think I'm just gonna have it as a hotbar. That works. To a signal.
Then, yep. Then on the LCD screen there, on cursor on it, and type in the number 1. Hit enter. Then try your talking on the radio.
Let me step over here. Testing 1. Testing 1.
Gotcha. 10 by 10, man.
There we go. Finally.
Yeah.
Takes some time.
So if it ever like tweaks up like that, do what he says. Like you could disconnect by opening the radio, and then connect back in, and they'll bring you into the channel. It does that sometimes. Sometimes it loses the connection. No, don't know why, but it happens sometimes. Well, anyways, now I'm gonna show you how to change your automations. So you could do T/radio anim. So radio anim all together.
Okay.
And then you can choose your automations from the menu.
I want to verify my radio's on my shoulder, yes? My right shoulder?
Very dark right now.
Or my left shoulder? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, good.
Cool. Yeah. Also have the handheld. It shows you on the side like that. Real cool. But yeah. So you set up with the radio. That's awesome. So check this one out. You want to do that? So.
What'd I even just do?
I think what he's got is he's got some mixed up keybinds connected to the K9 script, because those are K9 commands you're given.
Yeah, I think I still got to go through and readjust a lot of those.
Yeah, so whatever you're hitting, you're giving the K9. That's all right. There's no dog around. They won't listen to it.
Check this one out. Stop right here, buddy. Stop right here. Stop right here.
How you doing that? How the hell do I do that?
T/E space stop here. altogether.
You're gonna stop right here. Not gonna go any further. Not going any further.
That's a custom emote we got on the server. All right, so you're in channel. You got all the radio set up and all that. Now
You're gonna
I
stop?
gotta get you your police roles. You're not gonna have now, so you can't access the ERS CAD. But every time you come in the game, you want to go into your on shift with the ERS CAD. And there is a section on the website that explains what every keybind and commands are, so you can look over that, so you can learn the CAD. You could also set up the key bindings however you want. It doesn't matter. You don't have to listen to the website how it's set up.
Of
You can
course.
set it up based on you. Now, the only other thing I have to tell you is all police vehicles are equipped with ULC stage lighting. So you control that by using the numpad 1, 2, 3. If you don't have a full-size keyboard, you could go on the ULC and change those key bindings to somewhere that works for you.
Okay.
And what the ULC does is basically it controls like the lighting. Like
Stage 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, yeah. Well, every car is different. So, like some cars will have like the takedown. Some other ones will have the floodlight. Some won't have any like takedowns at all. Well, they'll have like a combination of different things. So it really depends the vehicle you're driving. You'll just have to sit there and play around with it and see what it has
Of course.
and what it's equipped with. But that's how you control the stage lighting with the numpad. If you had a full size keyboard, 1, 2, 3.
That's always good information to know.
Yeah, you could also disable the UI by doing T/ULC. And you can disable the UI, or you can control whatever you need to control with that UI. We also have plate readers and radar. So that's like a normal one that everybody uses, a WX, whatever, forget what it's called. You could set that up however you want, any key bindings.
Just basically take some time, mess around with it, see what you can get to work with you.
Right. I want to do a traffic stop with you because I want to show you how to handle that.
Of course.
On our server. So you have played as civilian in the server, so you understand that you have to get a license, you have to get a registration and insurance, right?
Yes.
Now you're gonna understand what to do as a police officer when you stop somebody, and that it's gonna make sense why civilians have to do it. Now that you're a cop, it's gonna make sense right now. So let's go ahead and hop in your vehicle. Go park somewhere, and I'm gonna drive by, and so you can pull me over, okay?
Basically somewhere on probably the airstrip.
Just anywhere, it doesn't matter. I just need to drive by you so you can pull me over, right?
Okay.
Doesn't really matter.
Let's go do a real quick test. I am ready.
Sign for.
Transit 2 dispatch, show me out on 1011. Postal is going to be 203 near Great Ocean Highway. I got an additional 32 with me. It's going to be a white SUV. Looks to be occupied ×1. Good evening, sir. Officer Mornings with the Transit Police. Reason for the stop. What's with the speed, my man?
Oh man, I'm late to work, man. I know. I messed up.
It's all right. Everyone, I know we have a busy day, but you know it's always try to be better to be safe and not get too reckless. Do you mind if you have a license, registration, and proof of insurance on the vehicle I could see?
Yeah, sure, man. No problem. So at this point, when you're doing the stop, people should be putting down their windows. You could do that by pressing F6 to bring it down, F7 to bring it up. So I put my window down already. And now you're gonna be asking me for my information. Now, there's something you need to understand. If the vehicle's occupied ×2, there's gonna be a problem where uh, the driver may not be able to give you uh, the license depending on the vehicle. The only way you would get the license, well, you could try to get the license without the person getting out the vehicle, is you walk onto the driver's side and you would ask for the license on that side if they occupy ×2. Because it will give it to the next person next to him. I will give it to, sorry, you'll give it to the person next to him if it's occupied ×2, and they will never make it to you. But if you stand on the driver's side, there's a chance that you might get it. If you don't, then at that point, uh, you will ask the passenger to get out real quick, and then he could pass you over the license, or you could do the opposite, whatever you want to do, pull out the driver or whatever. So just keep that in mind for the mechanics
Of course.
of the game. I'll give you my license. That's all I have. I don't have the registration or the insurance because it's a police vehicle. But hold on a second.
Understandable. It's a work vehicle. I get that.
So I have my license now in your inventory. You will have that license. If you double click on the license, you can actually see my information.
Mr. Soto?
Yeah.
All right. Just want to let you know that this license will be expiring in the next 2 weeks. You might want to get that updated before too long.
Yeah. Cool. I'll get that done. That would be one piece of the stuff that you need. When they will also have to give you the registration and insurance of the vehicle, and it works the same way as the license. They'll have to double click to see it,
Mm-hmm.
and then it tells you all the information as well. So they have to have those three pieces of physical um papers in the inventory and give it to you.
Unless it's
They have
possibly
to
a
have it.
work vehicle and they have to RP it out that it's a work vehicle.
Yeah, right. If it's a gang vehicle or a job vehicle, they have to tell you it's a job vehicle or it's a company vehicle. Gang vehicles, they'll tell you it's a company one, I would hope, and then the job vehicles, are job vehicles. So those are a little different because you can't really register them. So you have to kind of be easy on them on that. But
Yeah, it's
they do have to give
understanding.
you the license. They do have to give you the license though. There's no excuse on that.
Of course.
Uh, Another thing that you want to look for is in the ERS CAD. If you can't pull them up, you got to say, hey, everything checks out, but you got to make sure that you register yourself online, and they should kind of get the catch to that, right? So say, I couldn't find you on the MDT. You got to, register yourself online on the CAD,
Of
and
course.
then they have to do that. Every civilian has to register on the CAD. Um, Other than that, that's how you would handle that. For tickets for to give it to people. I have this bill script that I took out. I'm gonna put it back in. Um, and you could use that to like hand over like a ticket to somebody, like actually hand it over, and then they'll have to go to City Hall to pay it.
Well, your
So
luck
that's what you
today.
would
I'm
use.
not going to be giving you a ticket. I'm just going to be giving you a verbal warning on the speed, saying as your record's pretty clean. Just want to make sure you do slow it down.
Yes, sir.
And you can have that. And then we're all set, sir. Just make sure you do pay attention to the speed limits. Don't try to break it. I don't want to get a call later today hearing that you're in an accident and something happened bad. You know, my job is to try to protect you guys, not to keep everyone in danger, you know. I don't want people just driving recklessly.
All right, yeah, sounds good. I will keep that in mind. And did you gave me my license, right?
Yes, I did, sir.
All right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And like I said, just be sure to make sure you get that updated before it expires on the 12th of next month. And that's all I have for you, sir. When I get back to my vehicle and turn my lights off, you are free to go safely.
All right. Thank you.
You have a good day, sir.
You too.
You want to stay here and do a code 5?
Why don't we stay here and do this, just do this right now, and we'll do it as a code 5. I'll move my vehicle over and you run 5.
All right, I can do that.
Control from Transit 33 going to be 203 Ocean Highway, assisting with a code 5 stop for training.
Well,
I'm going to use my taser just because there's nobody gets hurt, just in case.
Understanding.
Go ahead, you call it. I'll follow your orders.
Driver of the vehicle, step out with your hands slowly in the air. I want you to take 2 steps to your left and walk backwards to the sound of my voice. I will repeat, take 2 steps to your left and walk back to the sound of my voice. Keep coming. Keep coming. And stop.
I'm going in for cuffs.
I got you covered.
And here's where I cuff you. We don't have to. Because we're training, so. Suspect is in custody.
All right, let's go ahead and clear the vehicle. Make sure there's no one else in here. Vehicle is clear. Suspect is detained.
There we go.
Pretty self-explanatory.
That's it. You know, handled it very well. Like I say, everybody knew their role, and nobody, you know, I mean, we could have established if we needed to, put what person going lethal, person going non-lethal. You can do that when you get there as well.
Exactly.
You know, with you being the deciding factor, usually the way as I understand it, and boss, you can correct me if I'm wrong, a person with a non-lethal will be the one to go in for cuffs. Because again, while you're still approaching, you'd want the person with the lethal in case you're met with that up to lethal force.
Exactly. Like if he attempts to attack you while you're going into cuff.
Right, exactly. And he goes for his gun, you know, which he may or may not have. At least Bosny's covering him with a. He could not, if nothing happens and he just wrestles me, you know, Bosny can then has to have time to, you know, switch to taser or to just engage physically.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, no, that's right. So sir, you are clear for duty. You welcome to the San Andreas Transit Police. You are officially part of the force now, and you can come in and patrol normally.
Well, I appreciate it. It's going to be an honor working with you folks.
Heck yeah. Let's go.
So I will get your rolls, set your rolls up now, and next time, if you relog or next time you come in, you'll be able to access the CAD.
Of course. I think the best thing to do right now is for me is to head back down to the station and get all the uniforms set up and properly done for me.
There you go.
Yeah. Good plan. All right, well, let's head back out there then.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go patrol a little bit. Speedy's up, so maybe we'll see if we get a call or two before I think I got a call.
Transit 2 returning to station. Get fucking out of body experience. Die. Wake up. Wake up, you dumb son of a bitch. I'm not supposed to be having an out of body experience. Wake the fuck up. Wake up. You are ragdolling like a bitch. I know you're real. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.